Howdy y'all, it's me again, and today I'm gonna show you how to install the Dodge Charger Widebody kit by Vicrez straight out of the box. Keep in mind I'm only gonna do one side of the vehicle because it's gonna be the same for the other side. And with that being said, I'm only gonna install the flares. That's all I'm doing. And if you have any questions, just comment down below and I'll do my best to answer all your questions. So with that being said, just let's get to it. Alright y'all, so straight out of the box we have two air fresheners, double-sided tape, the flares with the brackets, and what I like about this kit now is for the rear ones, this rear piece actually it goes with the vehicle with the OEM push pins, so it's pretty much secure. I will show you that in a bit, as well as this bracket for this one actually also follows through on this rear little end right there. So don't freak out if you think you're missing a bracket, because you're not. It's one bracket for two flares. So yeah, like I said, this is just a basic installation on how to install the flares straight out of the box. Alright, so we're gonna start with the rear door flare. As you can see, I have the bracket for the flare. The double-sided tape will be going in the back all the way, as well as the flare. Just same concept as the Challenger, just through these rails right here all the way, and will be attached, like I said, onto the rear door of the vehicle. So before you install the flare and the bracket, you just want to make sure the surface is free of dirt, oil, or anything that will prevent from the double-sided tape to stick. Alright, so let's get to it. Let's do the bracket first. Alright, so we're mounting the bracket. Make sure you press hard. Going to the flare. Press hard to hear that audible pop. Press hard, nice and firm. And voila. Alright guys, we're moving on to the middle rear flare. Keep in mind the double-sided tape installation will apply for all brackets and flares, so I'm just going to show this, and just keep in mind it's going to be the same for all of them. Alright, yeah, so we're moving on to the middle piece. However, I'm gonna install it with the bracket already on, because it's a little tricky when you do one part at a time, because you don't have to, now you have to worry about the gap here and the gap over here. So yeah, I'm just gonna install it with the bracket on. Now that it's on, as you can see, there's no gap. The only gap should be this one, and that's just to open the door. Boom. Now what we're gonna do is just move on to the next part right here, and like I said, this extra will be for the rear flare. And like I was telling you earlier about this hose, as you see, the push pins are gonna be removed, and we're gonna use those to secure this flare, and it should be good to go. So just on this extra bracket left over, we're gonna use that bar right here. Just insert to hear that audible pop, and just press hard. Alright, as you can see, it's been installed, and we're gonna put back this push pins like I was telling you right there. One, then two, and the last one right here. Three, and there you go, secured. Obviously I don't have the side marker because this is just the basic installation, but look at that, just the rear fender flares. And like I said, door opens and closes like with no issues. Let's move on to the rear. I'm sorry, the front fenders. Alright guys, just moving on to the front fender flares. As you can see, there's only two pieces, and there should be only two brackets. The big bracket for this one right here, and then this tiny little bracket that will go just right there. There's two teeth right there, and then this bracket goes right there, and just like I said, I double-sided tape, and it's good to go to be mounted. Alright guys, moving on to the front fenders. Just keep in mind, just like the rear side marker flare, this push pin is to be removed, and then we're gonna put it back on once the flare's on, just to have a better secure of the fender flare. Alright, once the flare's attached to the vehicle, then you're gonna reattach the push pin onto the vehicle, and just like that, it should be secured. And we're moving on to this side now. Alright, so obviously bracket already attached to it. All we gotta do is just align it to the side marker flare, and just make sure you press hard. And just like that, the front fender flares have been installed. For my 392 Badgers, I had a concern of replacing or like moving it to a different place because I thought it was gonna hit the fender flare, but it didn't. It's a good gap in between, so you don't have to remove your badge if that's what you were thinking. But as you can see, all done now. Nice and flush. Rear ones as well. Long view, and voila. Alright guys, so that's the end of the video. If you like the video, just give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Support this channel, please. That will be greatly appreciated. But yeah, I mean, just stay tuned for more content coming up, and see you guys on the next one.